Hello, everybody. Welcome in for another evening of TPI Talk News Edition. I'm Santana Wood.
And I'm Amy Passaretti. Coming up tonight, we're going to talk about Elmore County Schools' first day of school, Tallysie's Sabrina Lawson retiring from the post office, the college football season hanging by a thread, Jazz Fest attendees practicing social distancing, and TPI to host a political forum this evening.
Over in Elmore County, first day of school for Elmore County Public Schools. The students made their way back to the classroom for the first time since schools were closed in March due to COVID-19. The first day of school, obviously not as traditional as a typical school year, as the virtual options are available and also those on physical campuses are wearing masks. As the school year kicks off, students and parents will have to adjust to new COVID-19 safety protocols such as daily screenings and parents not being able to enter the schools.
In Tallahassee, Carmen Rogers caught up with Sabrina Lawson, who's retiring from the post office after 28 years. Here's that story now.
Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Carmen Rogers, Bureau Chief at the Tallahassee Tribune. Earlier this week, I caught up with Miss Sabrina Lawson. Miss Lawson is retiring from the post office after a total of 28 years of service. She worked at the Tallahassee Post Office for 20 years, and prior to that, she worked at the Eclectic Post Office for 8 years.
And I actually started in the old Eclectic Post Office when it was still downtown, right up from the library on Main Street. Well, I worked at the one in East Tallahassee. When I first started at Tallahassee's post office, I was still a PTF. I was probably about third in line, second behind the full-time clerk, and they still had the station over in over in Tallahassee, in East Tallahassee at the time. And so part of my responsibility was to work there a little bit, as well as at the full-time post office on Gilman. Started on what they call the floppy disk. We had that system, and we finally got rid of that hard drives, and now we're on our newest system. And I'm sure they'll have another system upgrade for us too on. But seen a lot of changes as far as the systems with each other. Just always know that the people of Tallahassee and even Eclectic will have a special place in my heart. And so for the people of Tallahassee, thank you for letting me serve you. I hope you will miss me as much as I miss you all.
Thank you, Miss Lawson, and thank you for watching. Until next week, I'm Carmen Rogers reporting for Tallapoosa Publishers.
Thank you, Carmen, for that story in Elmore County. Also in some sports news, the college football season is looking like it may not happen after all. 9 FCS leagues have announced they will not play sports, including football, this fall. SWAC, Missouri Valley, and Big Sky did announce plans to play in the spring, though. The Big Ten will make a final decision and announcement Tuesday, but 12 of the 14 presidents have already voted not to play.
For the SEC conference, they have not yet announced any cancellations, but on Friday they did announce that football players and anyone associated with the program will be required to be tested for COVID-19 twice a week. These will likely come both 3 days and 6 days before competitions. Coaches must wear masks when on the sidelines and during the games at all times.
Some players have also started a We Want to Play movement and call to start a players' union. Also, the AHSAA issued a memo Thursday to strongly encourage high schools to limit attendance to sporting events under the state's latest Safer at Home order. The 6-foot social distancing requirement will likely reduce attendance at most sports venues. The AHSAA also encourages schools to require face coverings while entering and exiting the gates. We will go to a quick break, and then when we come back, we will talk some Tallapoosa County news. We'll be right back.
TPI Talk News Edition. In Tallapoosa County, Alex City Jazz Fest celebrated its 30th anniversary over the weekend. People were practicing social distancing, staying within their social circles at Strand Park and at the AMP. Even though turnout was low, the lowest it's probably been in a couple years, people still came out to enjoy 6 great bands over a 2-night period, including our very own Benjamin Russell High School Jazz Band.
Also in Tallapoosa County, municipal elections will be held August 25th for Alexander City mayoral and city council candidates. To inform the public on each of these candidates' views and their platforms, TPI is going to host a political forum tonight starting at 5:30 here in the next few minutes. The public can tune in to the Outlook Facebook page to hear from those candidates, get some answers to some questions that were predetermined.
We want to thank the moderators that we have this evening, Dadeville High School AP teacher Wes Talton and Dr. Ryan Williams, assistant professor from the political science department at Auburn University, for helping us to maintain an unbiased event this evening. So be sure to keep watching the Outlook's Facebook page and tune into that live.
Thanks again for tuning in. Again, I'm Santana Wood, managing editor, alongside Amy Passaretti. Y'all have a good night.